Well, hello there, barbecue friends. We got a cold winter day. It's minus 10 degrees Celsius today, but I got a couple racks of pork back ribs that I want to cook up here on one of the grills. Figure because I already got the kettle grill out from our previous cook where we did a couple skirt steaks. Let's use the kettle grill to cook up these pork back ribs. Now we got a slight snow here falling in the background. Just a perfect day to hang out outside here. We'll fire up the grill. We'll get those ribs on. I'll show you what I'm doing. Emptied out the burnt charcoal here out of my basket. I'll fill the basket with fresh charcoal. Now I'm using Fogo Charcoal for this cook. Then I'll put my fire starter in there. All right, while that fire starter is doing its thing, it's going to start that charcoal going. Let's get our meat ready. There, I got a couple nice racks of pork back ribs. Got these from J&E Meats. So I'll take it all out of the plastic here. There, and just see how beautiful these back ribs are. Lots of meat on those bones. Now, there are some thinner parts here. You've still got the membrane on, but I'm not going to take any of that off. We're not in a competition here. We're just cooking ribs. So, as far as seasoning these, I got this Busted Wagon barbecue seasoning, the Sugar Bush all-purpose barbecue rub. Now, I got this for Christmas from my brother-in-law, John. Thank you, John, for this. So, this is all we're going to use to season these ribs today. So what I'll do, start with the membrane side here, the bone side. Put a nice generous amount on there. And I'll flip these ribs over. Do the same on the meat side. Oh, I could smell the brown sugar in this. Imagine this is going to give us a nice caramelization. Probably accept some nice smoke from the charcoal on here. Yeah, we'll do a nice generous amount on there. That should be good. Let's take a look at our grill here. I want to try to get that flame a little more engaged before we put those ribs on. What I'm going to do, I'll bring these ribs in the house to actually warm up because I don't want them to freeze out here. We'll give the grill a little more time to get lit up. All right, it's been about 15 minutes or so since we lit that charcoal. I brought the meat back outside here. So let's set up the grill, get that meat on. See, I got a nice heat source started there. Of course, that's just going to expand and as a new charcoal lights along the cook here. We're going to set our grill in. But before I put the meat on, I want to warm up that grill. So I'm going to close our dome here. I got the dome vent open all the way. I got the lower vent setting on 3, so it's almost wide open on the bottom. So we'll get the nice heat going inside the dome here before we get the meat on. So we'll enjoy some of our winter day here as we're waiting for that to warm up. Should only take about 5 minutes or so. Crack open a beer here. Of course, I got a West Coast IPA from Rose City Beer Works. Get some gloves on because it's pretty cold out. All right, another day where you can get outside on a winter day, get the warmth of that barbecue started, enjoy a nice cold beer. After a couple of minutes of the lid being closed, I'll give the grill a quick brush. Get some of that loose stuff off. Close it down, give it a couple more minutes. All right, I'm just barely getting the thermometer moving here on the dome, but let's open it up, see what we got. After a couple more minutes of cleaning the grill here. Definitely feel the heat starting in there. Think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my ribs on there. We're going to put them bone side down. Now I got my charcoal basket here, so I'm going to lay them here. Boy, I really smell the sugars on that dry rub we put on there. All right, so here we have it. We got our charcoal basket here. Ribs, bone side down on this side. So we got our ribs on, got the lid closed. Got our upper vent wide open. What I'm going to do, just hang out here for about 10 or 15 minutes until we get that temperature start coming up. As soon as our temperature starts reading here, maybe around 200 or so, I'm going to cut back this vent to about halfway. Then we'll go in the house, give it about an hour or so, and then we'll come back and check on it, and I'll show you what we got then. But for now, sit back, enjoy some of this winter day, enjoy a nice beer, and get out grilling. Okay, it's been 1 hour since we put these ribs directly on the grill here. So the last time you saw me, what I did, I cut this vent back, but I went fully closed. Then I went a little bit open, because generally that's what I do to get the right temperature for this. So currently I have a dome temperature of 350 degrees going on here. So let me take you in for a closer look and I'll show you what things look like. All right. I could smell those ribs. They're just starting there. You can smell that pork. You can see I got some nice smoke exposure there. They're really starting to warm up. Looking very nice. Now, what do I want to do now just to get even cooking here? Just rotate the positions here a little bit. Put the one that was closest to the fire toward the outside. Put the one on the outside closer to the fire, and that's about all we're going to do right now. Let's close our lid. We'll let these go for 1 more hour, just as is. I'll bring you back, and I'll show you what we got then. All right, these ribs have now been on for 2 hours on the grill here. I got a dome temperature of about 325, so we're just maintaining a great temperature here. I'll bring you in for a closer look, show you what we got. All right. Look at these, they're just looking fantastic here. The smell on here is just great. As soon as I come out here, I can smell them. I'm just loving what I'm seeing here. All right, so again, maybe I'll switch positions again, but I'll also put the meat side down like that. Give them a little bit of cooking time like that. All right, close our lid. All right, we'll let these go for about a half hour like this, meat side down. Maybe I'll just bump this up just a little bit. We'll come back in a half hour and I'll show you what we got. Okay, we are back. We now have a total cooking time of 2.5 hours. I'm now showing a dome temperature of 350 degrees, probably because we upped that vent opening just a little bit. So bring in for a closer look, show you what we got. All right. Let's see these ribs just cooking away here. I'm not seeing a lot of bone pull yet or anything, but they're coming along, cooking along. You can see that heat from the coals there on that side. Nice smell of these ribs out here, I'll tell you. I think what I'll do at this point, I'm going to flip them back over, bone side down, and I'll put this rib closer to the fire again. This rib's just slightly meatier than that one, so maybe I will leave this one on the outside. Leave that one a little closer to the fire. But I'm just handling these with rubber gloves, and I can tell the temperature on these are coming up, and they're just starting to get a little more flexible. So what I'm going to do, I'm happy with the vent setting. I'm getting that temperature, 350 there, so it's coming along. What I'm going to do, just leave them go for another half hour, and we'll come back and check on these. So I'll see you then. All right, we are now at the 3-hour mark here on these ribs. We now got a dome temperature over 400 degrees here. Let's go in for a closer look, see what we got. All right, I got my thermometer here. These are just looking fantastic here. I'll do a quick temperature read here. We'll call it like 190. Maybe higher. Go on the meatier side here. 186. This one's a little less, a little further from the fire here. 185. Okay, what I'll do, maybe I'll swap these positions because this one's a little bit cooler. Just want to see a little more temperature on these before we pull it. All right, put that down. There we have it. 3 hours in. We're going to give it another half hour more. Like I say, I just wanted a little more temperature on that one rib. I'm not wrapping these. I'm not coating them with barbecue sauce. We're just cooking them. The only flavor we're going to have on these ribs is from that dry rub at the beginning, and the rest is just going to be the taste of the pork. So I'll bring you back in a half hour, and I'll show you what we got. Okay, now we're at a total cooking time of 3.5 hours. We got a dome temperature, still just over 400 degrees. So let's get in there and see what we got. Oh yeah, you can see just by the look of this, all that moisture is starting to come out. The fat's really starting to render. I'll bring you in for a closer look, show you what we got. Now you can just see how much more moisture is on the outside of these than the last time we were in here. Do a temperature read here. Yeah, we're reading 194. It's creeping up. Do a temperature on that. That's reading much softer. Yeah, just over 200. We're going to take these off the grill. All right. Look at that. Really nice looking rib there. Oh, yeah. Look at the meat on there. Now, it's like minus 10 degrees Celsius outside. It's freezing out here. So we're going to get right into this, go in for a taste test. Like I say, I'm not saucing these, I'm not wrapping them. Look at that. Smell on here, just fantastic. Slight smokiness from the grill, but that sugar in that dry rub comes right through. There's like a brown sugar kind of smell to it, slight sweetness to it. Very good rub. Such a great feeling to come out here, get by the grill up something nice. This really reminds you of those summertime weather where you get out by the grill and get some ribs going, but hey, it's freezing out. And these just taste so delicious. Well, I encourage every one of you, get outside by your grill up some ribs, no matter what the weather is, because it's fun. We'll see you on the next one.